Alright, yesterday we learned how to use switch statements to do basically the same thing as a bunch of else-ifs. And we saw that this looks a little bit cleaner using the cases versus a bunch of else-ifs. Today we're going to look at another way to do this that's actually going to simplify this even more. Now this isn't going to work in every instance. There are going to be times where you need to use else-ifs or times when you need to do switch statements. But there will also be times where you have a whole list, like the months that we had right here, or days of the week, etc., where an array would actually simplify things even further. So that's what we're going to look at today. So I'm going to keep these first couple lines. So the first line is just getting a month number. I'm actually going to change this to like weeks, so I don't have to do all 12 months. Week day equals, and actually I don't need to do this. We had to do the parse int for the switch statement because the switch statement actually checks the data type, but what we're going to be doing with the arrays, that's not going to be necessary, so I'll eliminate that line as well. So weekday, prompt enter a day number. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create an array of the days of the week, and then we're going to output the day that they selected. So here's how we'd create arrays. Var, I'll call this week days. Probably going to be kind of confusing, but so I have weekday is the number that they have. Maybe I should have done that day number or day num or something like that. And then I'll do the weekdays equals. And an array is simply a variable type that holds multiple items instead of one. Everything we've worked with so far, we can only put one item into the variable. But with arrays, we can put multiple items. And the way we do that is we use these brackets like this. So these brackets are the ones up beside the P key. So I use my square brackets, and then I create my list inside. So these are strings, days of the week. So Monday, comma, oops. Okay, so there's my array of all the days of the week. So you can see that this array has obviously 7 days of the week, so 7 items. Arrays can have an infinite number of items up until you run out of memory, but you can have as many items as you want in that array. Now the way we access those items is to do this. So I'm just going to create an alert that'll pop up. Well, now let's go ahead and do document.write. So I'll do document.write. And then to access something from the array, I put the name of the array, so weekdays, and then I use those brackets again, and now I put a number in there representing the item that I want. So let's try putting a 1 in here. What do you think would happen? Well, you're probably going to guess that's going to be Monday, but let's see if that's actually the case. And I can just put whatever in here because I'm not even paying attention to that right now. Alright, so let me zoom in on this. There we go. So this is what I get. I get Tuesday. And I'm going to come back here and just comment this out temporarily so that as we refresh, that doesn't keep popping up. So I'm writing weekdays 1, item 1. So you would think that I should be getting Monday. But in all programming languages, and this is not just a JavaScript thing, you start arrays at 0. So this is item 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So if I wanted, and I just realized I spelled Saturday wrong, if I wanted, let's say Saturday, well normally we would think that's 6, but in this case that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I want Saturday printed out, I would get the item number 5, or not the 5th element, because the 5th element would be Friday, but the one that's the number 5 index position. And let me go back and refresh this. I thought I commented off because I still have the same page open. Let me resave this, close that if it will. There we go. There, now that's not going to pop up. So we get Saturday using 5. So if I want Monday, well then what I'm going to have to do is 0. Save that, refresh it. There we go, Monday. So if I want to take user input now, var weekday prompt enter day number. Well, what's going to happen now is, let's say I type in a 1. Oops, I need to get rid of this line. Actually, I need to update this. So now instead of just saying 0, I'm going to change this to what? Well, I'm storing the prompt, the number that they enter, as weekday. So I'm going to change this to weekday. There we go. Now let's try that again. So I type in a 1. The user's going to expect Monday, but they're going to get Tuesday. So what can I do to fix this? Because obviously they don't know that you start an array with 0. Well, what I need to do now is whatever they enter in, I need to decrease that by 1 because they're expecting Monday when they put 1 in. So if they put 1, I need to subtract 1 to get 0. If they put in, say, a 7, I need to subtract 1 to get 6 because this is the 6th index position. So I can do that a couple different ways, but probably the easiest way is after we get that prompt, we can just say weekday minus minus, because that is the easiest way to subtract 1 from a number. So if I refresh this, and let's try 1 again. There you go, Monday. Refresh, 7, hit OK, Sunday. If we don't subtract 1, let me go ahead and comment that out. This is what's going to happen if we try to type in a 7. So I type in 7, I hit OK, and I get undefined. And that's because if I look at my array, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there is no 7th item in the array. So we need to make sure that in our code we are subtracting 1.